right, here is another problem. And as you can tell, we are going to be adding these things together. So hopefully you realize in order to add these things, they have to have a common denominator. Well, this one has a denominator of x minus 7. This one has an x squared minus 49. So we must factor this bottom first. And hopefully you realize that this is a difference of two squares, meaning we need to have the same thing in front that multiplies to itself. So x times x is going to be x squared. And the same number times itself at the back. So that's going to be the 7 and the 7, because 7 times 7 is 49. And since it's a negative, we need one of each sign. So one's going to be positive, one's going to be negative. Doesn't matter the order. You can also use this using the magic X. So we want what multiplies to negative 49. That gives us 0, because there's not a middle term. And so we know that has to be a positive 7 and a negative 7. So either way, using the magic X or using the pattern, you should get the same answer. All right, so let's go ahead and rewrite these things with it factored. And we're going to put a big plus sign in the middle because we need to add those. All right, so we notice this denominator has an x plus 7 and an x minus 7. This one only has an x minus 7. So what do we need to multiply it by so we get the same thing in the bottom? So we get a common denominator. So hopefully you realize this side needs an x plus 7. And that way the bottoms will be exactly the same. It's okay if they're switched. It's still the same thing. All right, so I'm going to bring this down to over all of that. And then here, since this is a positive, we're going to just distribute that 7 to everything in the parentheses. So it's going to be plus 7x plus 49, because 7 times 7 is 49, all over that same denominator. So if you're wondering how did we get this, we just took that 7 and we distributed it. Now, if this was a negative, you would have to take that negative on that 7 and distribute a negative 7. So if this said subtraction, make sure you put the negative with that 7 and then distribute. All right, now that we're here, they have a common denominator. So that means they are in love, and we're going to go ahead and combine the tops only. The only like terms is 2 and 49. And so the 7x does not have a like term. So we're just going to write 7x. But we're going to combine the 2 and the 49 because those are like terms. And we get 51. And so it's 7x plus 51 all over that same denominator.